Good morning, guys. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make sure that I can hear myself before I get started this morning. Excuse me. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week. Let me see. I don't want to be on here giving out information and it's not working. I had an experience like that before. Excuse me. Okay, perfect. It's working. Everybody. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend. I hope your week was wonderful, marvelous, extraordinary. I'm not going to be here very long. I know people are probably doing things with their family. I always want to just leave you with a golden nugget that you can take with you, maybe to inspire, maybe to transform, motivate. You just never know what people have to offer on your videos. It's very imperative that whatever we do in life, that we inspire. Good morning. Thank you for the thumbs up. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Charlita. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. If you don't know who I am, my name is LaShonda Mays. I am your transformational speaker, educator, and strategist, behavior strategist. That. And I am a Let's Spread certified speaker and 5-year Toastmaster. And the reason why I do these videos again is to give you strategic steps to transform your life. I do both personal development and public speaking. And we have to develop ourselves in one way or another. It's 7 areas of wellness. And sometimes we may get out of balance with it only because we may not be recognized certain areas in our life that we need to work on to be balanced. Because sometimes we want to go out and help people, but we may not be healed or balanced in that area to help somebody else. So right now, you guys know I'm always talking about public speaking, how to be a better public speaker, strategies that you can do, content, how to walk the stage, eye contact, all those great things. But earlier this year, I talked about Ready, Set, Go, which was my first event in January. I always do a personal development segment because, again, no matter what area you're successful in, when you go into another area, you still have to set some goals. You have to have strategies in order to accomplish whatever goal you're trying to do. It's good to work on maybe 1 or 2 at a time, and then you can work on other ones later. You're not putting them, you're putting them on your goals. And once you get some things established, then you can go to the next thing. I've seen people do 6 or 7 things at one time, and I'm like, how can you be effective or just efficient in what you're doing when you're trying to do multiple things? That's crazy. And it's not to say you can't, but again, you have to work on 1 or 2 things at a time. Make sure that's done and established. Now, some things are long-term goals. Some things are short-term. If it's short-term, I would say do the short-term first, then the long-term. But it just really depends on what kind of goals you have. So today, let's talk about, if you didn't, then I'll post my other video later. But it's a Ready, Set, Go, where I talked about how to come out of the mental, the physical, the psychological, and spiritual bondage that we're tied to things that happen to us in our life. I want to be clear with that. Breaking those bonds, because those bonds keep you stagnant. You don't want to be in bondage to stuff that's held you back all your life, and you could be prospering, you can be having a bonded full well life, but because we keep holding on to this and not forgive ourselves or forgive the other people, then we're not healing to go to the next level. And every time we do that, when we come into that same circumstances, we fail the test every time because we didn't learn what we were supposed to learn in the last relationship, the last job, the last business, the last wellness plan we had, or whatever the case may be. We keep going around the same circles until we understand what it is we're supposed to learn and move forward. And it's always going to come back around. Maybe with a different situation, different person, place. But what did you learn from the last thing so you can pass the test this time? So let's get right to it. Ready, set, go. And I talked about that. I also talked about cognitive dissonance. I also talked about grit. I talked about a lot of great things, and I'll post that video again later. However, and then I also talked about how to make your vision board, but I call it a dream board, direct reality of envisioning and keeping the momentum. And that's what I call the dream board. Same thing as a vision board, but you have a little bit more to it with steps and goals and strategies. And it will be a workbook coming out very soon, so I keep you guys posted. It'll be one for women and it will be one for men. So that is coming out. I'm just adding some things to it, but it's already in the making. Should have been probably published it, but everything happens at different times and different seasons. So that is going to be out very soon. And we're going to look at the ready, set, go. We're looking at the alignment, which means operating your purpose. We're also looking at repositioning, which means adjusting your goals, not delete them. It just means whatever strategies that you have may not be working, so let's adjust it, let's reevaluate it. Moving in silence. We don't have to tear everybody out of business. And that's with the collaboration with our coaches and our mentors. Execution. What is your strategy plan? Be resilient. Even when something knocks you down, you get back up, you keep moving, and you stay consistent. Stay consistent. So let's take a look at this. The first one is alignment. Alignment means operating your purpose. Some people are operating their purpose and they don't even know it. Some people do know it. And some people have no clue what it is. It's already inside of you. Maybe it's active because, again, you're working in it. Maybe it's dormant because you're not operating in it. And you have to know who you are and whose you are. You have to know who you are as a man, who you are as a woman, and be very clear about that and not be confused. A double-minded person is very confused. I'm going to let you think about that. Being in alignment means that whatever it is that you are called to do, something that you're very passionate about. Don't worry about the money right away, because that's going to come when you operate when you're supposed to do. We're so worried about the money, and you see people all the time that's making the money, but they're not happy or they're not operating in what they're supposed to be doing. So you want to be clear about what it is, what that may be. If it's your passion, hi Yvette, is it Yvette? I know my mom pronounces Yvette. Don't ask me why, that's my middle name. But hey Yvette, welcome. You know what? I'm glad that you're doing well. I've been checking out your posts. I'm glad you're back home and you're doing well. I have to say that to Yolanda. I mean, not Yolanda, Yvette. Thank you, thank you. Yes, and good morning to you too. But like I was saying, you want to operate in the calling, your purpose, what you're supposed to be doing. And it's something that's in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit, that you know that you're passionate to do. What is it you're passionate to do? And this is something I talked about at the event here in Dallas, Texas with the Black Mastermind Group. And at the event, I'll repost that video as well. I talked about 15 ways to monetize your speaker's revenue. And in that, I also talked about operating your purpose so you can not only make the revenue, but help other people. You're giving your gifts and your talents is not for you, it's for other people. Your skill set, what you're called to do, is to bless other people. That's what that's for. So that's why you need the personal development, so you can bring out those skills. And sometimes there will be situations where your back is up against the wall. And to me, I feel like that's the creative way that I can do things. Not all the time, but I'm just saying when things have come down on your neck, on your head, weighing on you, sometimes it's hard to not think about what you're going through. But if you focus on, okay, what is this situation telling me? And what do I need to learn out of this? Because what you want to do, you want to operate in what you're supposed to be doing. Because when you're not aligned, then guess what happens? Then you kind of stagnate the goal of what you're supposed to be accomplishing on this earth. Let me give you a prime example. And I use different examples. I'll use myself. In 1999, I knew that I was purposed to work with children in special education. I knew that. When I started my last year at high school, thank you. My last year in high school, I fell in love with the kids. But before I did, I went. And I was nervous and scared about working with these kids because, well, adults too, because back home, I didn't know it was a center for people with disabilities. Didn't know that. And I was young. You know, when you're young, you don't know unless your parents let you know about it. And you will see one or two in the community working. You know, sometimes you see them at the grocery stores working or shelving, you know, doing some things. And when I got to the school to do the interview, I walked in, my eyes got big because I got scared. And I didn't know what was going on in this school. And I got the job. And I told my mom I was scared to go back because I just didn't know. And once I started working with those babies, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. I didn't quite understand why they had disabilities. I didn't understand why they could not walk or talk or do some of the things that normal people could do. Or even that, it's like, why he's not answer to his name? Why this baby was born without eyes? Why this kid only have a short limb with one finger on it or two fingers on it? What was going on? And I fell in love with that because I understood that they could learn some type of way. So I had already aligned myself on that road. And I stayed on that road till I finished high school, until I finished undergrad with a psychology degree. So I was already in alignment and the doors were opened up. Okay. The doors were opened up for me. So I want you to kind of take a look at your situation and just think about some of the things that you were passionate, that you love to do. And what are you doing to develop those skills so you can even get better? Hey, LaShonda, good morning. Thanks for joining. What are some other things you're doing that's helping you become just, oh my gosh, an extraordinary you? And don't look at how much you're going to make right now, but think about the skill sets you're going to gain from it and then what you're going to do later. And that's including people that's employed. Don't be mad about the job. Just think about what are the set skills you need in that job, and maybe you don't like the multi-level marketing group you in, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But what is it that you need to gain right now that's going to take you to the next level? So be in alignment of what it is you're doing. And I did that honestly, even after grad school. So I did it for high school and then all of college. That's 6 years, total. And then two, I think 2.5 more years after that. Because once I left grad school, I ended up moving to a different city. I'm from Palm Beach, Arkansas, so I moved to Little Rock to work at the Child Development Center as a case manager. The door opened up again because I was in alignment in what I'm supposed to be doing. Are you a CPA? Are you in line with what you're supposed to be doing, but you went and did something else? How many of us are guilty of doing that? I am. I'm guilty of that. What are some things that you know you should be doing that you're not doing, and why are you not doing it? Because honestly, there's no excuses. Some things are for free that you can do, and some things you have to pay. And if it's in your spirit, if it's in your heart and your soul to do, you will absolutely find the way to do it. So that means operating your purpose. Now let's move to number 2. Let me go back to alignment. And still in that alignment, because there were a time that I kind of went a different way, thought I wanted to be an FBI, working at CPS as an investigator for the state of Texas. It was only the skill set I needed for that short period of time, but it wasn't meant for me to be there. Nor were it was meant for me to be at another insurance company doing mental health insurance, talking to clients. That wasn't meant for me, only for that short period of time for skill set. Did I want to go back to education? Nope, because I was burnt out. Burnt, roast, toasted, okay? I was done. So I want you to think about it. Where were you in your life where you were aligned to do what you were supposed to do? But then you got tired, you got burnt out, and you just wanted to go a different direction. Maybe it was because of the people we was working with. Maybe because it was the pay. Or it was a couple of things that didn't happen for you. You was like, forget this, I'm going a different direction. We've all done that, right? We've been guilty of getting off the path. And what you're doing, it has to make sense. It has to align up with what you're already doing. It don't have to be all the exact same thing, but it has to be aligned. And what you have to understand too, with wisdom, knowledge, and discernment, you have to kind of know. And some people, everybody don't have a visionary eye to see or a prophetic gift, and for that, but you have to keep your eyes, spiritual eyes and ears and open, because sometimes some things are right in front of you and it's there. Some people, I'm not gonna go there because some people may have dreams that comes reality. I'll just say that. And that's perfect for some people. You have to know and understand what it is that you are called to do. And if it's the way you know it's not lined up, it's because you're not getting results with it. You go a different way, I guarantee you, whatever that you're doing, you're not getting results from it. That you're not allowing. You're not getting the growth you need. You're not getting the results. And it don't feel right. You're just doing just to do. Because somebody told you, oh, you're great at this. You're great at that. And you may be, but that may not be what you're called to do in this lifetime. So you got to know. Hey, Kendra, good morning. So let's go to repositioning. Repositioning just means adjusting your goals. It means to adjust your goals. It doesn't mean I just delete your goals, throw away. No, it means readjust them, adjust them. It means that if you set out to be a teacher, well, we'll just say this. Let's just say you set out to be, well, yeah, we'll use a teacher for example. Let's just say you set out to be a teacher. And maybe you said, well, I want to be a professor at a university. There's different type of teaching. Excuse me, there's a different type of teaching everywhere. Maybe you was born to teach students, adults, nursing, cosmetology, wellness. What is that type of teaching? You have your macro goal, which is the big goal, like I always tell you guys. And you have the mini goals, the macros, the big, the micros are the small goals. And we'll go into that when we talk about execution. But teaching, be more specific. What are you teaching? What are you educating people about? Be very clear about that. You don't want to teach this over here, then you're teaching this way up here, then this down here and this, and it just don't align. It don't align. You got to be real clear about what it is that you're trying to do. So readjusting the goal may be, you know what, I really tried going to nursing school. It's not really for me. I was just going for the money. Sometimes it shouldn't be about the money, but people do that all the time. Sometimes they just do that. And that's whatever you do in your purpose, the money will follow you. The opportunities and the blessings will follow you. I promise. Hey, Josie, good morning. So what you want to do is readjust that. Okay, nursing didn't work out for me. That didn't work out for me. But you know what? I really like cooking healthy meals. And I'm always showing my family the different steps and tips on how to cook healthy meals and substituting what it is. Maybe I can be a nutritionist to get more information about what foods go together and things like that. And I want to teach people how to, you know, what to look out for packages, on the nutritional facts, and teaching them, educating them about what is healthy and what's chemical, so they know what GMO is. So they know when it's saying no sugar, but it still say aspartame and that's still sugar. So I'm saying, so it's different things that people may look at, but like, well, no, nursing didn't work, but you know, maybe me educating on healthy eating, maybe becoming a nutritionist, maybe becoming vegan or whatever the case may be, maybe that's the type of teaching you need to do. So really look at what you need to adjust on your goals. Because whatever that thing that's not working, you need to really think about that. If you've been doing it for the last 2-3 years and it's still not working, then you need to look at it. Be like, let me look and see what I need to do better. You guys know how I am about setting your goals. Have your macro, which is the big goal, and your different steps. Again, when we go to number 4, that's where your execution will be. So you got to have that. But remember, adjust whatever you need to. Good morning, Taria. Good morning. Cooper, good morning. Thanks for joining. Good morning, ladies. And that's very important, because you be like, well, it's not working. The goal may be right, but you're going to have to make some adjustment. Get your coach, get your mentor, and see what you need to do with that. Because you don't want to stay stagnant somewhere when you could be moving along a long time ago. How many of us have been trying to work on something for years and we get a little stagnant. Because sometimes we stubborn, we want to do what we want to do, right? I raise my hand. I'm talking to the choir too. When you know better, you do better. So just adjust what you need on those goals. Let's do number 3, moving in silence. Move in silence. You don't have to tell everybody about what you're doing. It does not always have to be announced. Because I know, Taria, right? You don't have to tell everybody your business. Everybody ain't got to know. And it's not that we don't want to celebrate, because the haters will come out too. But yes, we do want to celebrate. Yes, we want to. Well, for me, I can't speak for everybody, but there are people out there that will celebrate you, that will cheer you on, go, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you got the ones like, yeah, she gonna fail. Don't worry about the haters. That the haters should give you the juice, the fuel, to fire, to ignite and keep going. Don't worry about them. And most of the time you see people talk about what they're getting ready to do. You don't really know the progress sometimes until they accomplish the goal. So you don't have to put everything out there that you're doing. It just depends on what it is. I will say that it depends on what it is. And if you're building a business, that's different. That's different. If you're doing a book, that's different. You're having an event, that's different. You do want to advertise and let people know about that. But some of the other personal stuff, unless you're building a Facebook page or YouTube or podcast, you know, talking about your wellness, your health and wellness or something like that, or, you know, steps it's going to take you, and you want people to see the process of you doing it, that's different. That's a little bit different when it comes to business and you're trying to build your audience for, you know, things that you want to help them with. That's a little bit different. So it just really depends. If it's not pertaining to business, then this is so true. I love Taria says sometimes people put things out too early, mean that they are not all the way committed. Therefore, other people's opinion can sway them. That's absolutely true. I love that. Absolutely. Taria said you only talk about it when you are clear and firm. I love it. Yes. Yes, I love it. I'm going to have to put some love on that one, Taria. Yes, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Only talk about it when you are clear and you confirm about the situation. You do that. It's okay to do that. I know I've been building my audience for years. And you guys, for the ones that know that I've done the health and wellness, I used to share the story. I used to do health and wellness a lot. But it came to a point where I just needed the skills. That wasn't for me to do forever. So, and I should have set it up this week, but I may talk about it tomorrow. I talked about knowing a transfer in your seasons, which I'll talk about tomorrow, and I should have set that up for today. That's okay. I'm going to give you the juices, but you really need to know when that season of what you're doing, you move from there and go to the next assignment. Move from one assignment to the next. I stayed in that a little bit too long, and my skills that I was only supposed to get was the 30-second elevator speech, the sales, the marketing, team building, how to Facebook it, because I was one of the first people to do Facebook with my health and wellness, and everybody else jumping on the bandwagon. Thank God I was in Toastmasters to get the skills I needed to really sell the products, which was great. But in the long run, it just wasn't working for me. You have to know your season. Know your season for that. And you move in silence. Again, like Taria said, if it's not clear and confirmed, then don't talk about it. Don't talk about it just yet. Because there is a time in the season when you do start advertising it, so people do know, and maybe they'll purchase or whatever they need to do in advance when it comes out, and that's different. But you should always get a mentor to help you with that. Thank you, Taria. She said you're giving the real talk. That part is to knowing when to move. Absolutely. Sometimes we move too quick because sometimes we have in our spirit that it's shown to us what we need to do. It may not mean right now, it may mean later. You have to understand what is right now and when it's later. You have to be, again, aligned, reposition yourself, talk to only your coaches, your mentors, or the people that's going to help you get there. I have a speaker coach. He's one of my Toastmaster buddies. Me and him talk about it. He helps me. I have other people that I talk to. Taria said, and too slow. You're absolutely right. Sometimes we do move too slow. And we were like, dang it, I missed that opportunity. How many of y'all missed the opportunity because you either move too fast or too slow? If you move too fast, give me a 1. If you move too fast, give me number 2. If you move too fast, give me number 1. If you move too slow, give me number 2, if that's you. Because we all have done it. No one's perfect that they stay aligned with what they need to do. We've all gotten off track and we've been like, I wasn't supposed to do that. Okay. And you got that on alignment. We miss opportunities. I know I missed a bunch of opportunities before. I'm honest about it. I remember when I had a friend, and how many of you? Sarah said 3 because she did both. Absolutely. Absolutely. We've all done it. So don't be hard on yourself. I feel like what's for you is going to be for you. Because that's what you're assigned to do. And it's going to be in different seasons and different times in our lives, different ages, because everyone does not accomplish what they need to accomplish. You're not going to accomplish till you die. That's how I feel. You're not going to accomplish anything till you die. You know, just little stuff at a time you'll accomplish, but your assignment on earth, you accomplish until you die. That's how I feel. And there's going to be some different things that we have to do. But absolutely, you have to know what assignment is what, when. You only collaborate with the people that's going to help you. Get the people that's going to help you. Yvette is helping so many teachers. She's a teacherpreneur. She's helping teachers build businesses using their God-given gift in education. They may want to do, help them with different things. Maybe they want a tutoring program, or maybe they want to do business, maybe courses is what I'm trying to say. Maybe they want to do leadership training education. There's a lot of things that she's helping people with. Kendra she has an amazing, trying to think, it's an Alzheimer's business with patients. And she's in line with what she's doing. She does her nursing. She has clients. She has built, can't talk this one. She has clients. She's doing her nursing. She has patients. She has workers. So she's in alignment. She got some other great things that I know is coming up, and we're going to pray for her on that. I'm not going to tell it because that's prematurely telling. So I don't want to say that, but we'll talk about it, and I'm sure she'll post it later. And Taria, she does a wonderful job at social media. She helps people build their social media with clients, with their products, their services, just constantly be on Facebook. How to do all these different type of protocols that she has. And I watch her and she's amazing. How to monetize. All kinds of great things that she has. So these women are in alignment. on what they're doing. That's their assignment. And they're doing well with it. And you want to do that because when you do that, so many other doors will open for you. People be like, oh, Yvette, Kendra, Taria, can you come over here and show us what to do in our business? How did you get that started? I want to know. You got a group? You got a website? How much is it? And you may say, you know what? They're doing the things I want to do. I need to make them my coach or my mentor. I need them because I don't know what I'm doing. So you move in silence and you get with the people that you need to help be in this corner with you and help you. And I love the connections. Make the connections, ladies. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's right. Taria says, show up and serve. This is right. You're supposed to take your purpose, your gift, your assignment, and work on them. You will flourish because you're going to bless so many people that need what you need. And even if someone may say, well, I don't need it, but I know somebody else that may, you helping that other person as well. Or, you know, Taria showed me how to do it, but I don't know how to show that person how to do it, so I'm going to refer them to Taria. So those are some things you have to look at. You want to collaborate with your mentors and people that's not just only help you, but you should be helping them in return. That's just like Yvette. I know people that want to do teacherpreneur. So guess what? I'm going to let some people know about that, or what Taria or Kendra does. I'm going to let people know about what they're doing because I'm getting the information. I want somebody else to get the information too that want it. I'm going to make referrals. It's just what I do. And if I see you doing well, you're trying to help people, I'm going to help you too. In some form or fashion. And that's what we have to do. We have to collaborate and help one another. Because with those three ladies I named they have, I need that. And then maybe they need something from me. And we can help one another out and bring more people to it. Number 4 is execution. Execution. Yes, you ladies are so welcome. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. You can feel free to post if you ladies want to. Feel free to post your website or what it is that you do so people would know and they can you know, get the help that they need from you. Okay? Be sure you post that. I'm absolutely okay. Yes, that's absolutely right. That's how we all succeed. Absolutely. Hey, Leon, thanks for joining. Number 4 is the execution. Execution is your strategy. What we know the macro of the goal. We know what it is you want to do. But what are the micros? What is the strategies that you need to take? What are the deadlines? How many times during the day are you going to do it? What days during the week are you going to work on it? That's what we need to look at. Is it 3 times a week, 4 times a week? That's just like you're strategizing to, it's just like you're being strategic about your health. You want to improve your health, right? Well, you need steps and strategies and not just do. One strategy could be, and I'm always giving you a story or a metaphor so you guys can relate. That's just like, okay, you know, you're going to go to the gym or get a fitness trainer. Okay, you got to find an informational person who you want to help you with, or to the gym you want to go to. How much it's going to cost? What is going to help you with? We'll just use gym because what gym are you going to go to? And if that gym has a fitness trainer, when is he available or she's available to help you? How many times during the week are you going to go? What are you guys going to work on? What is your main goal? How much you trying to lose? What are you trying to improve? You got back pain, trying to drop the weight. You got less energy, so you're doing this, or you're just trying to do it for longevity. What is it? You gonna go, since it's 7 days out of the week, are you gonna go 4? Are you gonna go 3? Yes, yes. Yvette says collaboration is the key. Girl, tell me about it. Yes, what is it that you want to do? Are you gonna go 4 times a week? And 2 of those times you're gonna meet up with the fitness trainer? But you can't do weight loss alone. You just can't work out. You gotta eat healthy. The main key thing about health and wellness is what you're eating. Do you understand what you're eating? Do you understand natural foods that's coming out the garden versus canned foods? They have a lot of sodium and sugar and toxins that keep the weight on you. I'm just saying, that's something to think about. Do you understand when you go out to eat, you can always make healthier choices if you want to? So those are steps and strategies you need to go and look at. And maybe you say, well, I want to cook more because, number 1, you save more money. And then 2, you know what's in your food. That's a strategy. That's a second strategy. Are you going to cook a whole week and put it in containers so you can take it to work and not get off course and go get you a delicious, juicy hamburger from a Baconator or something from Wendy's? I'm just saying, you really have to really sit down and strategize what you're going to do. I'm going to eat lean meats this week, but the second week, I'm going to do no meat week. Maybe you do no meat Mondays. Okay, when I eat this taco, instead of me having tortilla, I'm going to have lettuce. And maybe I might not necessarily do steak. I might do chicken. I may do fish. Maybe you say, hey, I'm going vegan, so I need some walnuts and stuff. Because people take the walnut, I didn't realize this, instead of having animal flesh, like some vegans, they do the walnuts and they chop it up and grind it and cook it and all that. So that's really interesting too. Are you just gonna be, just go ahead and just eat regular like you've been doing? Or are you going to become a vegetarian? What is that and what that looks like? They have no meat, but they still eat other animal products like cheese, the dairy, and the eggs and stuff. Or are you going to be I think it's called pescatarian, where they eat only fish, seafood. So you have to educate yourself on what it is you're going to do and strategize it. Break that thing down. Okay, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, or I'm just trying to detox, so I only need to do it for 30 days, 60 days. It's supposed to be a lifestyle change, let's be honest. But I'm just giving you an example of how you should break those things down. That's your execution. And what I'm going to do, because I'm going to show you 2 things. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you my blank walls, because I have to put up some new goals. And it's very important when you have a vision board or a dream board, like I said earlier, direct reality of visioning and momentum strategies. That's what I call it. You should be looking at that thing every day. Or we have notepad on here. Put the notepad on here. And then that way you can see what it is that you need to do, like a checklist every day. Or when you go home, if it's just a wall or boards, your goal should be on there and you should be working on it every day. Find accountability partner. And that's what Taria said. Yes, it's about the daily habits we put into practice. Absolutely. You cannot get better at what you want or meet the goal that you're trying to accomplish if you do not do these things. Absolutely. And then Yvette said that's dangerous too, with all the crap on our bodies and more. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So I used to teach a lot about health and wellness. I still do health and wellness, but I know my goals for me, it's just public speaking, teaching people public speaking strategies and content, walk the stage, just body language, just all kinds of great things that I do and understanding different types of speeches. But I'll do a segment on that another day. I just want to go ahead and finish you guys go so you know. And it doesn't matter. You may accomplish this over here. And you say, okay, I'm done with this. Now I'm going to add to what I accomplished. So what is the next thing? You still need some type of goal. You still need type of strategies in place to do it. So let me show you real quick. I'm going to show you real quick and then, okay. So this is my blank wall, okay? That's my blank wall because I got to put some new goals on it, okay? Y'all can see that. Trying here. And this right here is my old goals. Let's see, y'all can see it. I burned a hole in one of them. But those are my old goals that I used to have. That was at the beginning of the year, and some of the things that I'm doing right now, I'm gonna learn how to do PowerPoint so I can pull it up on the side. Y'all, I haven't mastered the video thing, but thank you for working with me and trying. I try hard. Okay. But what I just showed you was I'm ready to start some new goals. I haven't accomplished everything. So what I have not accomplished is going to go onto this red and gold wall. Okay. So I can see it. This is my little office. And this is where I work in. Those old goals I showed you on the floor, some of those things need to be checked off. Now they're handwritten. And I'm going to go and type them up. So that's why I have some new poster board. But the point I'm making is I see this every day. Every day. My why is big. My why is because I want to help so many people succeed in life. Only if they let me help them. I'm only interested in the people that wants my help regarding the personal development of transformation and public speaking. And I want you to understand that public speaking is just not talking. It's an art, it's a science behind it. It's about being an effective communicator. When you're delivering your speeches, on your job, in an organization, just communicating with people. It's so much more, but I'll talk about that another day. Thank you, Yvette. She said, you're such a good teacher. Look at that wall. Absolutely, I'm serious. And look, y'all gonna laugh at me. But hold on, I got my pens. you know, educators, we keep the color markers and pens and all that. And y'all see how colorful it was, right? That's just only, I guess only educators and maybe art people do that. Yes, Taria said there is always the next level. Absolutely. But I am really serious about setting them goals and having someone in your corner. Because maybe you're doing something, you may be missing a step, or again, you may need to reposition. And maybe they can see it better than you can see it. That's why you have those people in your corner. We are not on earth to do things by ourselves. Again, we're not on earth to do things by ourselves. That's where the collaboration. Somebody might be stronger than you in one area, and then they can help you in that. And maybe you're stronger in an area for somebody else. Sometimes we love our labor so much we want to do it all. Outsource it, delegate. Believe that if you can. That's really important. Number five. Resiliency and consistency. When you're talking about being resilient or resiliency, it means no matter what happened in this life, when you get knocked down, and I may be touching some feelings here, but I'm gonna say it. When life knocks you down because you was in a bad abusive relationship or marriage, or when a relative or loved one passed, or when cancer has arrived and gone, or even when you lost anything or been homeless. I remember doing a Les Brown course, and he always talked about when you get knocked down and you land on your back, I'm kind of paraphrasing. But when you fall on your back, if you look up in the sky, you can get up. So when you fall on your back so you can look up to see, to remember why you got started in the first place. And some things will come as an adversary to interrupt what you're doing. Don't never give up. Align yourself, reposition yourself, move in silence, get your strategies to execute, but be resilient. If you are resilient in everything and don't give up, man, you are dynamite on fire. You are dynamite on fire. And try to be consistent as possible daily. Hey, Demi, good morning. Be consistent as possible with what you're doing. There are going to be all kinds of distractions. Some distractions we can get rid of. Some distractions we can't. You have to be able to work your way through whatever the situation may be and not lose focus on what it is you're supposed to be doing. Maybe it's noise at work. Maybe you do hate that job. But guess what? You're there for a reason to get the tools and the strategies and the skills or whatever you need to get, again, to go to the next level. So don't despise that. Maybe, again, like I mentioned, maybe you're, I don't know, doing multi-level marketing is not working out for you. But again, understand the strategies and stuff you need to do in order to do it. Okay? And like I was mentioning earlier, because, you know, we all have gotten off path. But after being at CPS as an investigator and an insurance company for mental health, my friend told me, she said, why don't you go sub? And I was like, sub what? That was my spirit telling me you need to go back. And I'm like, oh. But when I went back, it was a different location, different people, same situation. And what I learned out of that, ladies and gentlemen, I remain resilient and consistent. I had to work in an autism unit for 3 years, but that's how I gained the behavior analysis skills. I didn't even know it. I was back in my purpose again. I didn't know I was gaining it. I didn't know that. Then I worked in support center, which is just children that have autism, have unique needs, and they're getting on a special ed academic work in a classroom, but they go out to the gen ed classrooms and they do other little stuff with the kids, and maybe specials like art, music, PE, stuff like that, recess and all that. So I was learning how to build those babies' social and emotional and behavior growth skills that they need. I didn't even know. It was setting me up. I didn't even know that. And I was helping not only the teachers to understand what it is they're trying to do, because like I tell you guys, behavior is a form of communication, okay? What I'm saying is I've been resilient because it was very hard at times. I stayed consistent because I knew I was going somewhere else. And I stayed in that. And that door also opened up for me when it was opportunity. My friend that told me about the behavior analysis, y'all, she left that year. And I was like, man, I was sad. Then some things came up in life. And I remembered. I was like, oh, behavior analysis. And I got that stuff done last year. And when I got it done that year, I ended up doing in-home therapy for behavior analysis. As an assistant, but you know, you got to start low, work your way up, no biggie. And then my same friend told me about a job at a charter school I'm at now, black owned. Hey, and got that position, helping other teachers understand the social, emotional, and behavioral growth, and doing some other stuff with the kids. Because I was aligned. Do you understand? I was aligned. So I want you to think about that. How many times you was on the right path, but you jumped off, and then you got back on, and then doors start opening up. So I want you to be resilient through all things. Some things are going to be hard, but just keep in mind what it is that you need to do. I'm going to get ready and get off of here because I realize it's 11:02. But I really hope that what I'm saying is helping you all. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Tara. Thanks for joining. I'm really hoping that what I'm saying resonates with what you have to do, what you need to do. Do not stay bondage to your old ways of thinking, your old ways of just doing things, or being so wounded that you cannot get over your situations. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be overnight because some wounds hurt better than others. But what I'm saying is go get help to get over that, because it is your time to go to the next level. Don't stay there. It's not meant for you to stay there. It's meant for you to learn. Everything you go through in life, you must learn. Okay, what did I learn? Don't always just focus on the negative part of it, but what is the positive thing you get out of it? What is the positive thing? And move forward. Be resilient. Be consistent in what you do. And be like, okay, this is what it is. And we do get knocked down 4 or 5 steps, but we keep going. And I'm going to make this last example, and then I'm going to go. I was sitting with a loved one of mine. I'm not going to mention that because she probably don't want people to know. And she said, well, I'm going to be going to school for the next 12 years because I want to be a neurologist or something. I said, okay. And I said, be sure it's what you want to do. And she said, okay. And I told her, I said, you know what? This is the 3rd time I have gone to grad school. And I said, you know, I tried to go into these different programs. It didn't work out. The first one was IO. Psychology was industrial organization psychology, more of HR, business, and things like that, dealing with behavior and performance and all that. I was at CPS. That job did not allow me to do it. I had to quit. Well, I didn't quit. I just postponed school. Let's be clear. Went to Humana. Jobs was folding. I was one of the ones that lost the job. So things was happening in life. I was in clinical psychology. I stopped because, you know, I was without a job for a little while. I couldn't finish the practicum there. I still never gave up. Now, I probably could have finished, but the thing is, hi, Darius, good morning. This is the thing. I didn't want to go to no hospital, nor did I want to go to a clinic. My goal was to be with those babies. And then last year, same time when I did the behavior analysis stuff, as soon as I finished my certificate on June the 27th, the next day I started my grad program for special ed because I was aligned and the door opened up where I needed to be. Sometimes you have to be in certain positions for things to align right and open up for you. Hey, Dr. Linda Amerson. Hello and good morning. But you definitely want to do that, ladies and gentlemen. You definitely want to do that. You have to be aligned to where whatever you need to do and the doors will open for you. But before you do that, sometimes you have to be healed in certain areas of your life and places before you do that, because what you don't want to happen, you not heal in certain areas that you're trying to help people in and you bleed and you hurt them. You don't want to do it. I've seen it plenty of times. Women want to help other women heal, but they not healed and they bleeding on other people. That don't look good. Men too. I'm just giving you an example. You want to go into, you know, wellness and you not well yourself. I'm just being honest. Now, if you're making progress, that's different. But you don't look healthy. I mean, let's just be honest. And nobody gonna follow that because they're gonna be like, well, you know, you have to walk the walk, talk the talk. And people know if you're healed or you actually doing what you need to do, because body language and what you're saying will tell it all. It will tell the story. So I'm just going to leave it at this. Number 1, alignment. Operating your purpose, making sure you're on the right path to what you're doing. Number 2, repositioning, meaning adjusting your goals. If that strategy is not working, find a different strategy. Number 3, move in silence. Don't be posting everything you're doing. It depends, again, it depends on what it is. This is a book, you know, a business, something like that. You don't want to do anything prematurely. And you don't want to, you definitely don't want to do that. Collaborate with the people that's going to help you with your goals, and you help them. It's a two-way street. They help you, you help them. We go both ways. Number 4, execution. Remember, I showed you my old board, my old vision or dream board. Be sure you break down those steps. Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Put a time. How long you gonna work on it? What days are you gonna work on? How long it's gonna get you? How long it's gonna take you to accomplish it? And number 5, stay resilient. Meaning, any adversary that you ever encounter in your life, learn what you're supposed to learn from it. If you fall hard, fall on your back. Like Les Brown said, look up. If you look up, you can get up. And keep pushing and keep moving. You may move slow, but that's okay. Get it done and be consistent. That means tune out some of the noise that's going on. Some things we have control of. The things we don't, be sure that you just ignore it. Do what you need to do. If that means not answering the phone, being on Facebook. I'm just saying, going out, hanging out all the time. If you have goals, definitely work on them. But I'm leaving it at this. I hope whatever I said blessed you, helped you. If you like it, thumbs up, love, smiles, send it, share it with other people. And I'm going to leave you with this. Continue to be the positive light in somebody's eye. Make sure you motivate, encourage people to help them move along the day. You want to be a reason why people smile and people listen to you. Everything you're doing is for a reason. Continue to work from the heart, the soul, the spirit, and the mind of what you're doing. You guys have a wonderful Saturday with your family. Be blessed. Talk to y'all soon. I'm coming on there tomorrow. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about moving from one to assignment to another. We're going to talk about that, but it'll be late tomorrow. I'll give you guys a post. Bye.